Sport, written by Andy Hamilton, starring Neil Pearson as Trevor and Paul Reynolds as Sammy.
The thing is, Meryl, I don't mean to sound self-pitying, but why me?
Because you're his father.
Yeah, but you're the one who found the porn mags in his room, and you're the one who's bothered by it, so why can't you talk to him about it?
That's very simplistic, Trev.
No, it's simple. Not simplistic. Simplistic...
Look, I'm the one who still lives with Toby, so if I bring it up and he goes ballistic, then I'm the one who has to put up with a horrible atmosphere every day. You do understand, don't you?
Yeah, I understand. You want me to be a suicide dad.
You'll be fine, Trev. You just...
Anyway, if I mention the porn mags, he'll know it was you who found them.
Yeah, but you simply stress that I came across them by accident.
And did you?
Yes.
It was a very fast yes.
That's how certain I am.
How porny were these porn mags?
Medium?
Medium?
Yeah, you know, lots of women playing with themselves and looking gormless.
Oh, all right. But, I mean, a boy Toby's age with some porn. It's not that shocking, is it?
Oh, it's not just the porn, Trev. It's his whole attitude to women. When I'm driving him to school, if a pretty girl walks past, he sits there going hubba hubba like some builder in a white van.
Oh, that's just...
He's got this girlfriend, Kerry. She's a lovely girl, but he treats her like dirt a lot of the time, and every time I mention it, he just says, play it mean and keep him keen.
Oh, I see.
I'm just worried he could grow up into a git. You know, the kind of man who's got 4 ex-wives and several restraining orders.
Well, that's a bit alarmist.
I'm telling you, Trev, he's not seeing women as people, just kit assemblies of bits.
Oh, come on.
You don't think there's a problem?
No,
He thinks Jordan is attractive.
Ah.
He finds Jordan attractive?
Apparently.
But this is not surprising for a young boy of 15 to like Jordan. She is, after all, a cartoon.
Morning, Teresa.
Morning.
How was your weekend?
Not very nice, actually.
Why, what happened?
Our vicar got named in the News of the World.
Oh, no.
They accused him of all sorts of terrible things. With strangers, on websites and in car parks and in cinemas and the Victoria and Albert Museum. It's all lies, of course. He's a wonderful man. It just makes me so angry. What right does some slob of a journalist have to slander a decent citizen like that? How can one man inflict so much pain and misery on everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Ralph.
Is Teresa all right?
Her vicar's been slandered in the papers, so she's a bit upset.
Oh, that's awful. They are so heartless, these reporters, aren't they? They don't care about the human cost.
Of course they don't.
I remember when I got turned over by the press that time. Poor Jean went through hell.
Yes, though if you hadn't screwed that call girl in the first place, she might have gone through less hell, mightn't she?
She wasn't a call girl, Barry. She was an escort. That is the kind of exaggeration that just typifies their sloppy reporting.
But Parry's point is...
A fair one, Trev, granted, and I've held my hand up on that one, but, you know, we all make mistakes, and without mistakes, there'd be no heartwarming showbiz comebacks, would there? Have there been any inquiries about me, by the way?
No, sorry.
Any word from the producer of that nostalgia quiz?
Nope.
That was an odd comment he made of that interview, wasn't it? There's retro and there's retro. Did you understand that?
Nope.
Barry, could you possibly step into my office for a few moments?
Sure.
Well, look, Teresa, we're really sorry this has happened, and, you know, you have our support.
I know that, Trev. Can you sign my petition?
Of course.
Close the door behind you, if you'd be so kind. Take a good look around my office, Barry. Do you notice anything?
You got a new PlayStation?
Apart from that, look up the top of the window, Barry. What's that bashing itself repeatedly and annoyingly against the glass?
It's a wasp.
Well done, Barry. Yes, it's a wasp. And yet, yesterday afternoon, did I or did I not ask you to kill that wasp?
No.
No?
No, you asked me to kill a different wasp. I killed the wasp yesterday. This must be a new wasp.
Oh, right. Well, I want this one killed as well.
Why can't you do it?
Is that a healthy attitude, Barry?
Are you scared of wasps?
No? Why would I be scared of wasps?
I don't know, you seem to have this irrational fear.
Irrational is a word I hear all too often in this office, Barry. It is perfectly rational for an executive to task a non-executive with non-executive taskage. So, get after that wasp.
Bloody brilliant.
Is there a problem, Barry?
Well, a few weeks back, you and Trev promised me more responsibility.
Trev put you in charge of health and safety and fire drills. You got a fluorescent tabard. Oh, what more do you want?
You said you'd give me some client negotiations to handle.
Barry, we'll entrust you with clients once you've proved yourself with the wasps, OK? It's what's called a learning curve. Now, get on that chair and turn that thing into stripy jam.
What about that other show I went up for? You know, the one where someone wins a dream villa if they successfully fake their own death.
No, Channel 4 haven't got back to us.
OK, let's all look nice and sharp out here. There's a prospective new client about to walk through that door at any moment now, and we want to make a good impression. So, Ralph, can you not say anything, please?
You're a funny man. They broke the mould when they made him, Trevor.
Well, let's hope so.
Why the long face, Teresa? Has your dog had more legs amputated?
Vicar got named in the News of the World.
Oh, was that your vicar? The sex change that went horribly wrong and the dyslexic surgeon?
No, that was another vicar.
Oh, was it? Oh, it's always vicars, isn't it, eh?
Our vicar's totally innocent.
Well, you hope.
I know the man.
There's many a murderer's wife who said those very words.
Sammy.
What?
You're not being very supportive.
I'm just-
Yeah, well, don't just anything.
Someone called Antonia Bartlett is on her way up.
Excellent. Do you know what this lucky woman's about to experience, Hydron?
What?
A charm offensive.
Well, half right.
What?
Nothing.
So, let me get this right, Antonia. Tomorrow you're setting off for the North Pole, which you're going to cross solo.
Yeah, on foot, unaided, in record time.
It's very impressive, isn't it, Trev? Very impressive.
Yeah. And presumably you already have sponsors.
Yeah, I got a bank, an insurance firm, and McDonald's. I'm part of their anti-obesity drive.
So, you need an agent for what exactly?
When I get back, book deals, newspaper exclusives, all that nonsense.
I see. I'm a little surprised you haven't already got an agent representing you.
Had one, ditched him day before yesterday, kept harping on about the dangers.
Well, you won't get any of that from us, will she, Trev?
Poor lamb got very rattled after my last expedition.
Why? What happened then?
Oh, unseasonal weather.
Unseasonal weather?
Too warm. Ice broke up. I found myself on a chunk floating due south.
Right, how big was this ice chunk?
About 150 metres across.
Sounds a bit dicey.
Yes, it was a bit. And the polar bear didn't help.
The polar bear.
Dear Sports Stars, good morning. I'm afraid they're in a meeting. Can I take a message?
There you are, Teresa. I could sign it in lots of different names, if you like, in different handwriting. I'm quite good at that. I've done it before.
With the petition protesting at your sacking by the BBC.
Yes?
No, it's all right, Ralph. I'll get lots of signatures tonight. The vicar's called a big parish meeting, so...
And who are you sending the petition to?
The Press Complaints Commission.
Right.
Tony Blair, the Queen, and the Archbishop of Canterbury.
Yes, I did that with mine.
These phones are burning my ears off this morning.
Oh, I'll take over Hydron, if you like, so you can have a break.
No, that's okay, thank you.
Are you at a bit of a loose end, Ralph?
Yeah, just chilling out, really. Nothing specific to do, you know.
Well, it's a lovely day. Why don't you take Jean out somewhere?
Jean's in hospital.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Dropped her off this morning. Gonna pop back this evening.
Nothing serious.
No. Good Lord, no. She's just having a procedure. Purely precautionary. The specialist isn't worried at all. It's a routine procedure.
So it's not surgery then?
No, it's a procedure, Barry.
Oh, right, what? Under a local?
No, a general.
So it is surgery then?
Well, there is a surgical element, but it's not surgery per se. I mean, it'll take a few hours, but that's just them not rushing things, you know. But it's not a complicated procedure, as I understand it. Although I haven't interrogated the doctors about the details because, you know, don't like to get in the way of the professionals.
I'm sure Jean will be fine.
Yeah, of course she will. I mean, it's a marvellous hospital, all computerised. Everything's on computer. Well, apart from Jean's bed, there was a little mix-up there, but...
Would you like a cup of tea?
No, it's all right. I'll make it.
So, you were trapped on a drifting slab of ice with a polar bear.
You're making it sound a lot worse than it was. I had my flare gun. If he came too close, I just fired one above his head. I knew I'd be okay, as long as I didn't fall asleep.
How long were you on there?
3 days. Anyway, my agent just kept saying, what if it happens again? What if you get into more difficulties? And I thought to myself, I don't need all this defeatism. He was the same after the expedition in 97.
What happened in 97?
Well, more polar bears, basically. My own fault. I shouldn't have kept my food inside the tent. Anyway, I got a nighttime visit. Very lucky to get away with it, really.
So is that when the risk is the greatest then, at night?
No, daytime's just as bad. You see, the big problem with polar bears is they're white, and so is the North Pole. Mother Nature's not stupid, you see. But I'll be fine this time. Learn from my mistakes.
Well, what we can do straight away is start talking to some publishers and newspapers through our networks of high-caliber contacts, and maybe get back to you this afternoon.
Yeah, fine. Ring me at home.
Fine.
Yeah, I want to be there so I can have some quality time with the kids.
You've got kids?
Yes? Why?
No, I just didn't... What ages are they?
4 and 2.5.
And what...
2 boys, Scott and Shackleton.
I tell you, Trev, I think we should stop going for lunch here.
Eh?
Well, let's be honest, the chow gentleman so good to see is getting a little less effusive, and every day the pepper grinder arrives that little bit later.
Oh, straight jacket for Mr. Paranoid. You selected a new ringtone then?
Yeah, this one's called Dead Duck. Yep. Oh, hi, Hydra. OK, ring them back and tell them that I can't be bothered to ring them back because they're off as an insult. Incidentally, Hydra, you like opera, don't you? I've got 2 tickets for Eugene Wungin on Friday night. I was wondering if... Laundry night? Yeah. Of course, no problem, I understand. What?
I'm just amazed the way you keep imagining you're going to get somewhere with Hydra.
It could happen.
You've got more chance of being hit by a meteorite on February the 29th.
Well, why couldn't it happen?
Because Hydran's in a stable relationship.
With a woman?
So?
Well, it's not likely to last, is it?
Why not?
Because it's not natural.
Says who?
Says Charles Darwin.
Darwin?
Evolution isn't gay, Trev.
Oh,
do you think the Galapagos Islands would have ended up with marine iguanas if all the female iguanas had only had recreational sex with other females?
I don't think you're in a position to say what's natural in terms of sexual behaviour.
Do you want to go into detail?
No, because it'll put me off my lunch.
I'm not being judgmental, Trev. I'm being scientific.
You're being a twat.
I'm sorry, Trev, but as far as I'm concerned, the only same-sex relationship that's normal is masturbation.
You going to tell Hydran that? No, thought not. Now, listen, I'm a bit concerned about our representing Antonia.
Why?
Well, she's a bit, what's the word I'm looking for?
Marketable?
No, that's not the word. I think mad might be the word I'm looking for.
Having an encounter with a polar bear does not make you mad.
No, but wanting to repeat it does. This solo expedition sounds very iffy. I mean, she might get into difficulties again.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing, Sammy.
Oh, yeah? And which story sells better? I went to the North Pole and nothing much happened, or my polar bear nightmare?
She could die.
She's chosen to take that risk.
I don't want to end up with a dead client. Where's the sense in that, representing a corpse?
2 words, Trev. Elvis and Presley.
And what about the kids? They're only little.
Well, when I was little, I never saw my mum. When she wasn't out working, she was out at bingo.
Exactly, and look what...
Look what?
We'd better head back to the office. We're running late.
Look what?
It doesn't matter. I don't feel comfortable about Antonia because...
She's a risk taker. I know. But that's who she is. She enjoys danger. And I can relate to that. Danger intensifies your sense of being alive. And that's why when I go skiing, I like to go off-piste. For the thrill and the danger.
Yeah, for all concerned.
That avalanche was going to happen anyway.
I don't know. I'm just bothered about those boys, Scott and Shackleton. I fancy lumbering your kids with names like that.
Trev, you named your boy after the dog in Punch and Judy.
No, we didn't. Toby was Meryl's favourite uncle. She wanted
would
to...
you guys like a cup of tea?
Hi, Ralph. Are you still here?
Oh, I'm just helping Barry out with some photocopying. You know, keeping busy.
So what are you saying, Trev? That we shouldn't represent Antonia because she's a mum, and mums aren't allowed to go to the North Pole? Because to me, Trev, frankly, that sounds rather sexist.
You're saying I'm a sexist? The man who sang Hot Legs out of the taxi window that time?
Girls like flattery, Trev.
Yeah, but not when they're filing out of a crematorium.
I didn't realise, did I? I just thought they were wearing black to be fashionable. Look, anyway, you're deliberately straying off the point, Trev, which is that Antonia has as much right to play Dodge the Polar Bear as anyone else.
I agree with Sammy.
Well, that's a sentence I never thought I'd hear.
No, I do. If this was a male polar explorer with children, you wouldn't be having all these reservations.
I don't know. I just feel that at that age, kids need their mother around.
They're not being raised by wolves, Trev. Their dad's looking after them. She's got a husband who's prepared to stay at home while she goes out and fulfills herself. She's very lucky.
Yes.
And besides, her absences are only physical.
Sorry?
Well, it's probably more damaging for a kid if a parent is mentally absent all the time. So even if they see that parent regularly, the parent is always too mentally exhausted to connect with the kid, and when the kid wants to play with the parent, he's just slumped in the armchair.
How come that changed to he at the end?
All I'm saying is there are worse things than having a mum who's a polar explorer.
Toby should be back by now, shouldn't he?
Yeah. I'll leave you alone with him when he turns up.
Cheers. I don't know, I'm just... What if something happens to Antonia? Something dreadful?
Well, let's face it, Trev. There are lots of ways a kid can lose a parent. 2 parents is nice, but not essential.
Your wife is right. Children do not necessarily require a mother and a father.
Yeah, I know, but...
In the future, it is highly unlikely that they will have a father.
Why'd you say that?
Fertility rates are plummeting worldwide, the Y chromosome is rapidly disappearing, and in reproductive terms, we are fast approaching the stage where the male is obsolete and can be replaced by technology. You've both gone very quiet.
But, I mean, a kid will always need a dad, you know, to do father-son things with.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go up the park and have a kick around with a syringe.
You can in our local park.
Morning. How did your big parish meeting go?
Very well, huge turnout. We collected nearly £2,000 for a legal fighting fund, and the vicar's decided he's going to sue, so that's nice.
Good.
Actually, Trev, I was wondering, you see, we need to find a friendly journalist who could do a feature on, you know, how the gutter press had pilloried a man of God. And, well, you have contacts, and I mean...
Yeah, sure, of course. I'll have a think, come up with a name. Oh, can you block out lunch? I'm taking Toby out.
Oh, no school?
Half day. Games cancelled on insurance grounds.
How did your chat on sexism go?
Toby got back too late to have it. He'd been ice skating.
Ice skating, that's nice.
No, it's not. He goes because you can pretend to fall and reach out and grab a piece of passing talent.
I remember doing that. Morning, team. Barry, could you fetch me a cappuccino, please?
Oh, has anyone checked Antonia's website to see what sort of start she's made?
She's covered 14 miles on her first day.
Barry, cappuccino?
In a sec, Sammy. I just got to unpack these survival kits.
Survival kits?
Yeah, you remember, we gave Barry the responsibility of organising the office's response to any large-scale civic emergency, so he bought these survival kits. What's in them, Barry?
A bottle of water, a whistle, and a torch.
Pointless.
Well, we need some kind of contingency plan.
Absolutely. If there was a huge terrorist incident, it's good to know what we'd do.
I'll tell you what we'd do. We'd behave like animals. Say London was being evacuated. We'd all panic until one of you said, "Wait a second, Sammy came in his car. We could use that to escape the gas cloud." And then, before I knew it, you'd be attacking me to get my car keys. And I'd resist, obviously, but in the end, you'd all pin me to the floor while one of you cut my throat, possibly with that paper knife.
Don't be frightened, everyone.
Morning all. Ralph Renton reporting for duty.
Hi, Ralph.
If anyone wants me, I'm in my lair, waiting for prey.
So, how's Jean?
Oh, she's fine, really. There's nothing to worry about.
Barry, could you step into my office for a sec? Cheers.
How did our procedure go?
Oh, a small hiccup. The computer forgot to book an anaesthetist. Procedure's tomorrow now, so...
Well, you can't hang around here all day, can he, Trev?
No. Why don't you nip home and unwind? Mow the lawn or something?
Well, already done that. In fact, I think I may have over-mowed it. So, here I am again.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Well, how should I know why you've got 3 wasps in your office?
Look at them. They're doing a bloody flying display.
Well, it's the time of year for them, isn't it?
The other offices got wasps.
No.
Then why just my office?
I don't know. Perhaps your office is more sticky.
What are you insinuating?
I'm not insinuating anything.
This is the cleanest office in the building.
Yeah, okay.
I want them destroyed, Barry.
I'll buy a spray.
And fill my office with controversial chemicals? I don't think so. I want them killed manually.
Manually?
Yeah. And maybe leave one squished against the wall as a warning to his mates.
Tia Sports Stars, one moment, putting you through.
So you're sure I can't make you a cup of tea?
No, I'm fine. Tia Sports Stars, good morning.
I'm making a trip to the kettle anyway.
No, I'm fine. Yes, of course, I put you through to his voicemail. Hello, Tia Sports Stars. One moment.
Whereabouts in Germany are you from, Hydrant?
Cologne. Putting you through.
Oh, there was a very good documentary about Cologne the other night.
Really? Tia Sports Stars.
All about how it was obliterated during the Second World War.
Yes, no. Thank you very much.
Some wonderful footage of the firestorms.
Verdammte Scheiße.
How are the marriage plans coming along?
Tia Sports Stars.
Do lesbians wear white at their weddings?
Just putting you through.
No reason why they shouldn't, I suppose. The more feminine one is, well, like the bride.
Tia Sports Stars.
Jean got married in salmon pink.
Actually, Ralph, it's a bit hectic right now.
Oh, of course, sorry.
Yes. Yep. He's actually not in, but you can leave a message. Thank you. Tia Sports Stars, good morning.
I interviewed Martina Navratilova once. She was charming. Not at all manly.
No.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying that when I went camping with the Scouts, we used to leave out jam jars, half filled with water, and the wasps would be attracted by the jam and then topple in and drown.
Barry, when a client sits in that chair, they can see a photo of me shaking hands with Boris Becker, me shaking hands with Kevin Keegan, me shaking hands with Muhammad Ali.
That's a mock-up.
It doesn't matter. What matters is they all spell success. What would not spell success, Barry, would be a couple of jam jars full of drowned wasps.
Right, it was just a thought. What about one of those glowing blue lamp things, like in a kebab house?
Like in a kebab house?
Yeah.
You are really pushing your luck now.
Yes, I interviewed Martina on a ringed off day at Wimbledon.
He's engaged. Do you want voicemail?
Her and Cliff Richard. Oh, he is marvellous, isn't he, Cliff?
Or I can take a message.
He is the queen mum of pop. Except that he's not dead.
Yes.
Oh, can I make you a cup of tea, Teresa?
No, I'm fine.
Coffee?
No, really, I'm fine. Sorry, Trevor's gone to lunch. What's it concerning? An interview with Antonia.
Tia Sports Stars.
And you're from the Times?
Yep. I'll take that
Which is
message.
part of the same stable as the News of the World, isn't it? Can I just ask you, purely out of interest, is it degrading to be paid with Rupert Murdoch's blood money? What do you mean, oh, not this question again?
Look, Toby, there's nothing wrong with admiring the physical beauty of women. That's normal. But it's important not to view them as just bodies, you know. It's a question of appreciating the totality of them as individuals.
So when you go quiet because Holly Valance is on the telly, that's because you're appreciating her totality as an individual?
All I'm saying... Hang on. Hello?
Trevor, we need you to return to the office as soon as possible.
Why, is there an emergency?
Yes, Ralph is driving us insane. He's been bombarding me with anecdotes about someone called Tarby, and now he has cornered Teresa, and her expression is very distressed.
How distressed?
Do you know Munch's painting, The Scream?
All right, look, I'll winkle him out of the office as soon as I get back, OK? Bye. That was Hydron.
Hydron? Hubba.
Yeah. Look, the reason I'm talking to you man to man is that...
Mum found my porn mags, didn't she?
Not deliberately?
Not deliberately?
No.
Am I wearing a lapel badge with the word idiot written on it?
This is about more than pornography. It's about...
Hey, sounds like my kind of conversation. How are you, Toadmeister?
Yo, I'm hot, Sam the man.
Sammy, I wasn't expecting to see you.
No, I sort of saw you through the window. I'm on my way back from Spearmint Rhino.
Spearmint Rhino? That is cool.
No, it's not.
I'll take you there one day.
No, you won't.
Would you like that, Toby?
No, he wouldn't.
Oh, hot chick at 11.
Well, don't let us hold you up, Sammy. Me and Toby are having a chat, and you're probably in a hurry to get back to the office.
Are you mad? Ralph's still there. I rang ahead to check. He's talking Teresa's ears off, apparently. Still, at least it stops her droning on about her vicar.
What about her, Vicky?
Well, he... Allegedly, he screws strangers in car parks.
Why car parks?
I don't know. Maybe it adds to the excitement. What do you reckon? Trevor's the voice of experience.
We'd best be heading back, Tobes. Nearly 2 o'clock.
Why is Dad the voice of experience?
Because this lawyer lady jumped him once and they did it in a car park. Just the once. Bit of a lad, your old man. Sometimes. On the quiet. I shouldn't have mentioned this, should I?
That's called dogging, isn't it, Dad?
It was not dogging.
You disgust me, you know that? All that stuff about respecting women as individuals. You're a weasel and a hypocrite, and I'm telling Mum!
All right, what's everyone staring at? Haven't you heard anyone called a hypocrite before? Go back to your food, go on.
Help me! Someone!
Yeah, I'm coming, Antonia. Hold on.
How are you feeling, Trev?
Oh, terrible. I'm trying to reach Antonia, who's disappearing into that quicksand, but with every step I take, I keep bouncing higher and higher into the air, so that I'm not getting anywhere. I mean, I know it's only a bad dream.
Sure it's a dream.
Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't be a talking polar bear. I mean, I've tried to wake myself up a couple of times now, but I just end up back inside the dream.
Oh, Trev, you are useless. Would you like some of my seal?
No, thanks.
It's very tasty. I caught it myself.
No, really, I'm not hungry. Oh, no, Antonia's disappeared. I can't see her.
Listen, Trev. Toby told me about the woman in the car park, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to rip your head off.
No, not my head. What? No. Hello.
Hi, Trev. Sorry to ring so late.
Ralph? It's midnight.
Yeah, I know. It's just, Jean's not here, and, well, there's this little light on the oven that I can't get to go out.
A little light on the oven?
Yeah. Do you think it's important? I mean, it might be some kind of warning light or something. You still there, Trev?
Yes.
It's a sort of orangey light, next to a little emblem that looks like a symbol for pi, only with an asterisk inside it. And it's really quite bright, actually. I mean, I've tried ignoring it, but you're sort of aware of it, even when it's behind you.
TS Sports Stars, hello. I'll put you
Morning,
through
Trev.
now.
You okay? Look like crap on toast.
Bad night. Ralph kept me awake.
Me too. All night I could hear him in my head talking bollocks. Talking bollocks, is that correct?
In the context of Ralph, yes, always.
He's in again.
Oh, what, already? You are joking.
He's been here since 7:45.
Where is he?
Sent him on a coffee run. You got to do something, Trev. We can't take it anymore.
You said you would deal with it yesterday.
Yeah, I know,
could
but-
not take another day like yesterday.
Yes, but-
Do not subject me to another yesterday.
I know. I'll deal with it. I'll tell him. Morning, Teresa. Oh, by the way, I thought of a friendly reporter you could talk to. Works at the Indie.
Oh, thanks, Trev, but I don't think we'll be needing him now. Sorry to have put you out.
No, you didn't put... You all right?
The vicar's gone.
Gone?
He's disappeared. Totally disappeared. Along with all the money in the fighting fund. And the silver in the vicarage. And £20,000 from the church accounts. And the organist's wife. I feel so stupid.
Here, sit down. You look like you're in shock.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Coffee Man. Cappuccino for you,
Yeah, could you tone it down? Actually, only Teresa's feeling a bit fragile.
Oh, right, understood.
Trevor has something to say to you, Ralph. Isn't that right, Trevor?
Oh, right, far away, Trev. You were perfectly right, by the way. I think I was focusing my anxieties on that light.
Yeah, look, Ralph, the thing is, you see, this is a place of work, and you've been hanging around a lot, and...
It's been a lifesaver.
Sorry?
Being here has been my lifeline. I found it so hard with Jean in hospital. I'm not very good with illness, bit of a scaredy cat, really, and just having you guys to hang out with and talk to, well, you've been fantastic. But obviously you must tell me if it's a problem. Is it a problem?
Good Lord, no.
No, not at all.
Yes.
What?
Oh, she's just being wacky and German.
Trev, can I have a word?
Yeah, you certainly can. What the hell were you playing at lunch yesterday?
Sorry, Trev, I'd had a few sherbets and I shot my mouth off like a moron. It was unforgivable.
Well, that's thrown me.
Listen, I just visited Antonia's website. It seems a massive Arctic storm system, the worst for 10 years, has suddenly closed in around her.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's awful, and there's no way they can go in and rescue her, so she's just going to have to tough out the storm.
Poor family.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible. Awful news.
Sammy, there's a man from Disney on the line. Something about Antonia and film rights?
Film rights?
I don't know, they're like vultures, these people, aren't they, eh?
Says he's returning your call from a few minutes ago.
Don't look at me like that, Trev.
What if Antonia dies?
Well, then if she dies, and I really hope she doesn't, by the way, but if she dies, then the film probably does better and more money goes to the kids, so, you know, there's always an upside.
Oh,
It's called being practical, Trev. What's the matter with Teresa?
She's not feeling very good.
Well, if it's something catching, she should be at home.
Her vicar's done a runner, and he's embezzled loads of money, and he's been having a secret affair with the organist's wife, and Teresa's feeling very let down and upset.
Oh, right. Sorry to hear all this, Teresa.
Thank you, Sammy.
What a horrible story.
I know.
Mind you, that'd make a hell of a film as well.
Oh, for
Well,
God's
think about it, it's got everything. Sex, organs, vicars.
Trevor's World of Sport was written by Andy Hamilton and starred Neil Pearson as Trevor and Paul Reynolds as Sammy. With Abdul Salis, Cosima Shaw, Rosalind Ayres, Claire Skinner, Matthew Thomas, Doon McKeehan and Michael Fenton-Stevens.